back to Cuban with a Twist. Today we're going to make lobster mac and cheese our way. Okay, we're going to start off. We've got our ingredients. We've got 2 lobster tails. Okay, we've got 3 different kinds of cheeses. We've got a white cheddar, a sharp cheddar, and a Parmesan. Okay, we've got a bag of elbow pasta. We've got some Irish butter, which is nice and creamy. Okay, we're going to start off. We've got some little tomatoes, grape tomatoes. We've got a shallot, and we've got some garlic. Okay, we're going to start off by adding a little bit of olive oil, topping it, because I'm going to put this in the oven, and I'm going to let it, cook in the oven for a little bit. I want the flavors to come out. I want the tomatoes to get nice and soft. Okay, a little bit of truffle salt. Toss that in there. I put it for about 425. I have a convection oven. If you're using a regular oven, I would probably do maybe 375. Okay. In the back, I got some water boiling because I'm going to use a little bit of the squash as a base. Okay. So we're going to put a little bit of the squash in there. Not a lot. I would say probably about 2 handfuls. And we're going to let that boil at the same time as the tomatoes and the garlic are roasting. Top on there, put it aside. Okay. Now, we've got our little ceramic dishes. These are fantastic. I picked these up at the local store. We're going to put a little bit of Pam, spray them so they don't get sticky. There we go. Put it together. And it's just a little bit. Okay. That's ready to go. Then we'll put the macaroni and cheese because we're going to put this in the oven. We're going to finish it off in the oven. It won't get sticky. So keep that aside. Okay. Now we can start shredding the cheese. Go ahead and get a little grater. You can pick one up anywhere. Take the block of cheese. Okay. Right. Now you can use, cheese that's already shredded if you'd like to. It's just that when you buy it at the block at the cheese department of your local grocery store, you have so many different types of cheeses, flavors, sharp, mild, and that's really great when you can mix it all together and make a nice dish. Okay, you can get some parchment paper and we'll be right back. We're back. The tomatoes are nice and soft, so are the onions and the garlic, so we're going to chop this up. We're going to saute it with a little tiny bit of butter, so I'm just really going to take a little forkful, if that makes any sense. I'm going to show you what that means. It's just a tiny bit. There you go. That's really all that I'm going to use right now. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there. And while that heats up, we're going to start transferring the sweet potato, the squash, the tomatoes and the onions and the garlic over, okay? So, I'm going to start chopping this up a little bit into smaller pieces. And the garlic is nice and crispy. Doesn't have to be big pieces or small pieces, just, nice sizes. And then you'll see the tomatoes, they're just going to be mushy like that. Okay, so let's add that to our pot. Just move it all over. Great, it's got a nice color. Okay, we've transferred it over. We've got one more little piece in here. Take that to the side. I'm just going to mush it down. Okay, so I'm going to put a tiny bit more olive oil. A little bit of the truffle salt. Pepper. and a little sweet curry, just to get a little extra something, something. And all we're going to do is move it around until it's nicely blended. Okay, I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes. I'm going to start on the pasta and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Now I put a little bit of water to boil. I added a little vegetable stock, a little salt and olive oil. Now we're ready to put our pasta in. That was probably about 1.5 cups to almost 2 cups. Okay. This is all nicely mixed up. We're just waiting for the water to boil on the back burner so we can put our lobster tails in there. Okay? This is going to take probably, I would say, maybe about 10 minutes. I don't want it to overcook. I want it actually to be a little bit hard so that it'll finish baking with the cheeses and the sauces in the oven. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. Now the pasta's ready, so I'm going to add it to our dish over here. Drain it a little bit. Okay. And drain. There we go. We've taken the pasta out. We're mixing it up over here, as you can see, with the squash and the tomatoes. I'm going to let that simmer there just for a couple of minutes. We're going to toss in the lobsters in the broth where I just took the pasta out of. And I'm only going to let that be there until it turns bright red, sorry. And then I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to put a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, and we're going to finish it in the broiler. Okay, so this should just take a couple of minutes. Okay, as you can see, they're already starting to turn bright red. So we're going to let that sit there probably for about 3 minutes or so. And as you can see over here, we've got the pasta all together, mixed in with everything. We're going to start filling our little dishes. Okay. Grab a little dish. Okay. About that much, because remember, we're going to top this with the cheese, and then we're going to put the lobster on top. So that's one. Okay. Tails are nice and brightly red. I'm going to put that in there like that. Okay. A little olive oil. Okay. Here. Okay, I'm going to put this in the oven. And then I'm going to set the broiler on. And that's going to be in there no more than 3 or 4 minutes. I don't want it to overcook. I just want it to get that nice taste, all the flavors to come out. Okay, so right now we're going to start putting the cheeses on. And as you can see, I've taken the blocks and I've grated them. I've got 3 different kinds of cheeses, and I'd like to mix them all together and put them in the topper. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of the sharp cheddar. And you just want to put that all the way around. Okay, same thing. A couple little pieces that dropped over here. And we can start mixing the other. This is the mild white. Okay. Let's get it all together here. we have the Parmesan. Okay. Give us a few minutes, we'll check on our lobster, and we'll be right back. We're going to split it down the middle, crack it, open it up, and take out the meat from inside. Okay. There we go. Make sure that we get all this off. Okay. Nice. Okay, and I'm just going to chop it up into little pieces. Okay. Okay, and then we're just going to place them inside of the mac and cheese. More. I'll sit it in there. A couple more pieces. Okay, now this we're going to go ahead, I'm going to wash my hands and we're going to place it in the oven. Now to top these off, we're going to take some homemade croutons. We're going to smash them up. Almost like a crumb. And we're going to use those as toppers. Okay. And it's just a little bit. We just want a little bit on the top. Okay. There we go. Now I'm really excited because my family really loves lobster. And it just so happens that I was able to get these on sale at the grocery store. And I thought, what better way than to make some mac and cheese with lobster. One more. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to put these in the oven probably no more than 10 to 15 minutes. And then we'll pull them out and we'll take a look at them. I've taken the lobster out of the oven. You can see the mac and cheese nicely melted. It looks fantastic. I'm just going to take a little bit of green onion. I'm going to slice it really thin. Really, really thin. There we go. And I'm just going to top each one with a little bit. Go. And there you go. There's your lobster mac and cheese. Put this aside. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We really appreciate it. This is fantastic family time, and I'm grateful to have it. Please follow us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Watch us on syndicatednews.net. Check out our Instagram pictures. Thank you again and have a great night.